Hi, hello, it's Audrey Kadri. So what you're about to watch is my fourth video I ever filmed. I had just watched this really awesome bad vampire movie on Halloween, and I really wanted to make a video on it. But after filming it, I immediately ran into trouble getting the footage because it's Disney. So I gave up on the project for a little bit and moved on to a different video. And then a little bit after, my YouTube friend Bradley Smith actually got the footage for me. And that was super awesome of him. If it weren't for him, this video wouldn't exist. But in true Audrey fashion, I procrastinated actually editing the video together until now. So you're about to watch brand new to YouTube Audrey, and I'm sure that'll be fun. So without further ado, let's get into Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. Hi there, I'm Audrey Kadri, and I'm definitely not a vampire. I've never been someone who's cared about seasonally appropriate decorations. That's why I put my gay tree up before Halloween. You're telling me that I can't have my Valentine's bird and my Halloween bird out at the same time? You can't separate them, they're lovers. Give me Christmas in July. Who's stopping you from having a Thanksgiving feast 12 times a year? I could just make up another holiday if I wanted. How's this? Easter too. This time it's personal. Time isn't real, nothing matters, do whatever you want, which is why I am hereby reviving spooky season temporarily so I can talk about this terrible movie. Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire is a Disney Channel original movie which premiered October 13th, 2000. I watched it on Halloween with my sisters and I could not get it out of my head. It's quite possibly the greatest Halloween movie I've ever seen. Also, I was halfway through my second viewing of this movie and I was writing my script. I kept referring to the main character as Mike. I mean, he looks like a Mike, right? No, his name is Adam. He's cemented in my brain as a Mike, so I'm just gonna call him Mike for this video, and you'll just have to deal with that. So the movie opens on Mike watching a spooky vampire movie and annoying his sister Chelsea.
Do you think a mere mortal can stand up to me? To Count Growski?
Mike's kind of got a thing for monsters, specifically vampires. 6 minutes in, we hear the first time they use this generic guitar riff.
Thanks.
Which repeats for almost every transition in the movie. We're also introduced to Mike's dumb friend Duffy or Buffy. So Goofy here is acting his heart out.
Hello? The Harvest Festival? I don't know, I guess. You guess? Are you kidding?
He's gotten tickets to the Harvest Festival. Score! Now the movie is obviously about a vampire, the vampire that dates the mom, but that's not the only supernatural being in this movie. Mike actually seems to have powers of charisma and persuasion, and he uses those powers for good and not so good.
Malachi Van Helsing, a noted hematologist who abandoned his thriving New York City practice to devote his life to hunting down the undead. The vampires that Van Helsing himself believes walk among us.
This kid is going to be some kind of inspirational speaker one day. But Mike is still a child and he still needs to hone his powers, so it doesn't work on the teacher. How old are these kids? Like, is this supposed to be a middle school? Because this kid definitely looks like 19. Mike tries to use his powers of persuasion on his mom, but again, he fails. We know that moms are also superhuman, and she did birth him, so that would make sense that she has some resistance to his powers. Chelsea and Mike hatch a plan to get mom out of the house the next night so they can sneak out for some shenanigans. Their plan? Answer a newspaper ad and plan a meetup with a stranger late at night. Then we get the best scene I've ever seen. Mike attempts to use his powers on Mom again, and with Chelsea's help, they succeed. And off to the supermarket they go. Here the kids split up to find Wolfsbane, which they do by approaching random customers and asking them weird questions, like a couple of YouTube pranksters.
You look like the type of guy who enjoys long strolls beneath the moonlight. Am I right? I'm talking about a fabulous night with an incredible woman. Well, happy anniversary.
Okay, who's this guy? What are you doing there?
Price check.
No, no. Stop looking at the child. Mom, get him out of there.
Look.
No.
That is so the guy.
Nope.
Right. Come on. Come on.
So sorry. No, entirely my fault. I do apologize. No permanent damage done, I trust.
Oh, thank God. She's not dating the trench coat man. Surprise! He was just a decoy. Well, then who was that guy then? Lynette, the mom, and the grocery store guy hit it off, apparently. So he asks her out when he gets to the parking lot.
Would you do me the honor of having dinner with me tomorrow night?
Most romantic place ever. And Dimitri walks to a street lamp in plain view of the parking lot, and now, I haven't talked much about Taylor, the youngest sibling, but his superpower is being the only one in the movie with common sense. The next day, Mike meets Duffy and Boomer to buy his ticket back.
How could you give my backstage pass to Boomer?
I thought you said you weren't going.
Mike pawns his sister off to this creepy guy and promises a date and a kiss if he can get his ticket. And this guy, who's the biggest idiot in the world, just hands it to him right then and there. Like, that was your only bargaining chip, man. Now Mike doesn't have to make good on his promise because he's got the thing he wants. Taylor has been waiting on the porch all day to ask Mike this question.
If a guy turns into a bat, he's a vampire, isn't he?
Yeah, that'd do it. I'm going backstage.
I don't believe it.
What'd you have to do for Boomer?
I'll tell you later.
A lot of these scenes feel like they linger a little long, you know?
Vampire hunter. Like this guy, Malachi's on Helsing. But good luck finding him. The newspaper calls him a mysterious shadowy figure.
We gotta do something. Mom's got a date with a vampire.
That's the name of the movie. Now it's time for the date. Movies like these gave me an unrealistic expectation of how much people wear robes. Also, Chelsea's robe has telephones on it because she spends half the movie on the phone. It's her superpower. This is where Dimitri's demeanor changes.
Hi, Dimitri. How you doing? You just gonna stand out there? Please, come in, won't you?
Thank you.
The kids let him inside, huge mistake, and he just stares at them. Giving me trench coat man vibes.
What's wrong? The guy's a total babe.
No, he seems really great. It's just that
We spent 5 minutes together in the grocery store late at night, and I don't know anything about him. And I'm characteristically bad at recognizing creeps because I didn't notice the trench coat man. So Mom's worried about dating again, and the kids give her a pep talk.
well, it's who I am.
That's not who you are. That's what you've done. Who you are is what's inside of you, and as long as you're true to that, nothing else matters.
Oh, yeah? Who told you that?
You did. You say it all the time.
And this would be really sweet if they weren't motivated by their own selfishness and just manipulating her into leaving the house so they could sneak out. Luckily, Taylor sees right through the bullshit and does the right thing by calling the police. Just kidding, he calls the vampire hunter.
This is Malachi Van Helsing.
My mom's going out with a vampire. We are at the market and I saw him turn
Please
into a
leave
bat.
message and I'll return your call as soon as I can.
So Taylor bounces because unlike his siblings, he cares about the well-being of his mom, and Mike and Chelsea follow. Why is that music so epic? I gave myself a headache.
What is with you?
I'm not gonna let Dimitri turn Mom into an onion.
A minion. I told him that vampires turn people into minions of the undead.
You guys set this up so he could go out. This was your fault.
Okay, so we did.
Why would you admit that to the child? First rule of dealing with younger siblings, don't tell them shit. The more people who are in on the scheme, the more likely the scheme will fail. Plus, Taylor is clearly the badass of the group. He gets shit done, so it's dangerous to have him in on the loop. So Taylor flat out accuses Dimitri of being a vampire and will not leave his mom's side. So Mike and Dimitri develop a spoon test to prove to Taylor that Dimitri is not a vampire.
So you mean you're gonna make me take the spoon test? Am I all right? Am I still here?
You're still here.
Oh, thank goodness. There, you see? I guess I'm not a vampire.
Should we see if I'm a vampire? Let's do the spoon test. I've never done this before, actually. Ah! I guess I'm human, unfortunately. Cool, they show the same shot twice. Why did Mike ride all the way home? Why did he leave his mom with the vampire? This is why Taylor is the superior sibling. Though he's not great with stranger danger, because here comes Trenchcoat Man. I mean, Malachi Van Helsing. Such a weird name. There's no way this man is normal.
It's my mom.
It's too dangerous.
I can help.
No, you can't. It's the way it is.
Also, this babysitter should be fired. Dimitri is now being dragged by Lynette to a rockabilly club and begins to reevaluate his choices.
Yeah, of course, I love rockabilly music. All right, you want to dance?
Mike and Chelsea arrive, and Mike manipulates this nice man into thinking people are making fun of his lack of dancing, and he throws him at his mom.
But see right over there, there's a girl that who really isn't dancing with anyone. And, well, that's it.
But this simple man is no match for Mr. Bottled Water and his even stronger powers of persuasion.
This guy just asked me to dance. Would you mind?
Oh, of course I don't mind. But you were leaving, weren't you?
What?
Meanwhile, Taylor stows away and surprises Malachi and squishes his hat, which still doesn't reduce his creep factor. The two team up to take down Dimitri. Back at the club, Lynette is invited on stage to sing. Good for her. This man finally notices that Mike is a child, but this guy is apparently a fan of Lynette's, and Mike bends his mind again to get rid of Dimitri. And somehow it works?
My brother's like obsessed with this vampire thing.
Dimitri takes his anger out on the bikes, and then we get one of the most chilling scenes I've ever seen. Lynette finishes her song and gets a round of applause, which she very much deserves. What? Those 3 human men couldn't get rid of a literal vampire? Dang it, I should have tried 4. Now Lynette is having fun and wants to keep the good times rolling, so she drags Dimitri to the Harvest Festival. And Dimitri is subjected to the real horror, bad dates. Chelsea's a believer now, which, yeah, that would do it. Mike and Chelsea grab a ride from his friends to get to the Harvest Festival.
Oh, if he's a vampire, what's he drive? A hearse?
Duffy's asking the important questions. Why is Mike friends with these dudes? Maybe because it's easy to mentally overpower them.
Vixen, playing hard to get.
Can it, Boomer?
No, you can it, Adam. We had a deal, man. You had the concert pass, and I got a deal with your sister.
You promised that creep a date with me. For a concert ticket.
I wouldn't talk. We just did the same thing to Mom.
And that was your idea too.
Look, Chelsea, that was a lousy thing to do. And when I did it, things were different. I was different.
I've changed a lot in these past 4 hours. Now Dimitri's getting impatient.
Wasn't that fun?
Oh, it's all been fun. Tons of fun.
Which, like, I don't really know what his motivation is mostly for this movie. Like, obviously he wants to drink Lynette's blood, but like, there's also hints that he wants her to become like his queen and live with him forever, but that's not really mentioned much in the whole movie.
I really feel like I met someone. An old friend that I never thought I'd see again.
Well, that's natural. You feel that way. That's the depth of our connection.
No, I don't mean you. I mean me.
Good for you, girl. You deserve better. Lynette breaks up with Dimitri. He does not take it well.
I hate this place. I hate hillbilly music. I'm tired and I'm hungry. It's time to go home.
Oh boy.
Dimitri snatches Mike and reveals that he's the guy from the newspaper, Wolfsbane.
But Adam, I don't understand. You sent for me.
That's not true.
Aren't you the one that sent the email?
Your wolfsbane?
How did you not put that together, Mike? Come on. Is there no one in this crowd of people seeing this? Hey, that well-dressed man is breathing down the neck of a child. Weird. Oh, look, funnel cake. They decided to go to Dimitri's home because he literally told them where he lives earlier in the film.
I'm restoring the old manor house down by the lake.
You'll never get your mother back from 116 Dracula Lane. The one with the big tree out front. You can't miss it. Uh-oh, Dimitri's foiled again by teenage shenanigans. Those delinquents ruined his car. Now we cut to our dynamic duo, a mysterious creep and an elementary schooler. How are they not caught up yet? Oh, I know. It's because Taylor is such a powerful character that the writers needed to delay him or this movie would be over already. Mike and Chelsea arrive at the old manor house and plan to steal Dimitri's coffin.
So much bigger than I thought.
I thought when he slept, he shrunk down to a little Barbie size, and then he slept in a Barbie coffin, and then we could just put it in our pocket. So then Mike attempts to teach Chelsea why this coffin is so important with a very confusing metaphor.
Do you remember when you took the TV remote and kept it in your room?
Yeah.
How did I get you to give it back to me?
You stole my cell phone.
Right. And cell phone is to, well, teenager, what coffin is to vampire.
And Mom's the remote.
Oh, now I get it. Teens love cell phones. Then they throw it out the window. Forgot to add superhuman strength to their list of powers. And Malachi does a neat magic trick. Now Dimitri's arriving and the kids are trying to get his coffin to the lake. Once inside, Dimitri does a little sniffy and discovers that his coffin is gone.
Give me back my coffin! I get my coffin, and you get your sister.
Hello? Peter, I'm kind of busy right now.
Power of cell phone saves the day.
Give me that.
Oh, never mind.
I need you to stay just like that.
Hands the child a garlic log. God, this man moves so slow. Hurry up, lives are at stake. Get it? Because this wooden stake kill a vampire. Dimitri makes the children carry the coffin back upstairs. That's how you know he's a real asshole. So Van Helsing finally makes it into the house and faces off against Dimitri. Well, he's dead.
I should have finished you in Budapest. Oh well, better late than never.
Leave him alone.
Finally, Taylor joins the action. Just bonking Dimitri. That's how you deal with a vampire. Mike uses his charisma powers to annoy Dimitri and get his attention off of Taylor. And Dimitri uses his vampire powers to pull Mike and Chelsea towards him so he can hold them.
Help! Wait, Mom, please!
Just like holding the kids and laughing like a maniac. I'm really bad at evil laughs. Then, through the power of nagging, love, Lynette snaps out of her trance. Bro, are you surprised? You tried to kidnap her for all eternity. I forgot they defeated him by sitting on him and then nailing the coffin.
I love you guys more than anything. Hi.
Hello. Van Helsing. We almost met.
I was the one who was stalking your son.
What's gonna happen to that guy?
Well, we need to get him someplace with a lot of sunlight. He'll go to my vault in the South Pole.
He's got a vault. This guy is a creep. Don't associate with him. I know he nailed the vampire. Not like that. Wait. Or maybe he did, actually.
And it's a date.
Don't say date.
Not a date.
Mom's the date.
I date. Just not vampires.
There it is. Of course. So it's a happy ending. Mike hopefully learned his lesson about not manipulating people for personal gain. Lynette got to rediscover who she is and have fun. Chelsea talked on the phone a lot, and Dimitri was reunited with his ex-lover. All in all, it's a cute movie. It's one of those films where it's bad, but you still have fun, and I did. It's a great Halloween movie. So thank you again to my sister for suggesting it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more content from me in the future. I've been doing pretty good, uploading once a week, so we'll try to keep rolling with that. Give it a like. 1 like equals 1 guitar riff. You know, I'll be hearing that for all eternity. Finger guns? No. Double thumbs up. Finger guns. High five. Love you guys. Bye.